Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss about a couple of technological tools, softwares, and hardwares that we need for online effective teaching. What I'm going to discuss first is what are the things that you need. If you are working with a desktop, then you need particularly three things. One is the webcam, second is the microphone, and third is some kind of a writing pad, which is something like this, where you have a pen that you can write on this particular tablet. This does not cost much. It's around 70 to $80, and also you can get cheaper for like 40 to $50. Right now Amazon is selling a lot of them, as a lot of universities going online. So these three particular hardwares you need. And now if you are not working with the desktop but you have a laptop where you have a touchscreen laptop like this, some of this touchscreen laptop, and this kind of laptop also has a pen which is like this, which you can also write on the screen. So if you have this laptop with a microphone and camera and the pen built in, which I just bought, this laptop I just bought, that will be really helpful. That wherever you are, if you are not in front of the desktop, you can still work on the laptop to get whatever I'm describing, get it done. Now if you are working with the desktop and you do not have this laptop, of course you need three things. One is a webcam with a microphone like this, and one a writing pad with this pen. Now we'll move on to the main screen, where we are going to demonstrate what are the tools like softwares you need, and also we'll demonstrate how the Blackboard works in this kind of collaboration with the students. So we will use the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, and those are some of the videos that you have already previously seen, but some of the very interesting features about Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, where you can share not only the PPT files or the PDF files, but you can share some applications, and you can switch back and forth with your videos, applications, and the screens. So those are the couple of tricky things I'm going to talk about, because in my method of teaching, on my way of teaching, I found that just sharing the PPT files or PDF files is not enough. So those who are going to teach in that mode, where you are more like an old school conventional method of writing the blackboard with chalk, then how you effectively translate that into online or a digital system, I'm going to talk about that. So I hope this video will be really helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me. You will find me. My name is Saurabh Banerjee. I'm a faculty in the mechanical engineering department. You can find me and you can send me an email. I can help you with any kind of tools that you need, or any processes if you have difficulty in understanding. Thank you. We'll go into the screen mode and we'll record. Welcome back. So we are now on the screen. As you can see, my computer screen, desktop screen, and also on the left side my video file as I'm talking, and how to create this particular video file and you can upload to the YouTube, that I'm going to discuss later. But right now let's focus on the Blackboard part and we'll go from there. Let's open your browser, and with that browser we can open the Blackboard from mysc.edu. mysc.edu. Now let's go to Blackboard. UofSC Columbia, as everyone knows that we can log in. With my login, I just inside the Blackboard. Now let's go to the courses in which you want to teach and collaborate with the students. Let's this is the class I'm teaching this semester, so let's select one course, ENCP 201. Now on the left side you have a lot of tools which most of the times we use. Let's go to this particular menu, which is tools. Under this tools you will see Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Let's click this one. Once you open this, and you will see all the sessions that you have created, or you can create a session. I have created 3 sessions for next week, which is 23rd, 25th, and 27th. My class starts at 3:30 p.m. and I can join 15 minutes before the session. Now, for this particular demonstration, I'm going to create the session. Now, let's write test session. I'm starting just right now, and this is also a dial-in and pin number which will be shared with the students. When I'm creating the session, it will be shared with the students. Let's we will probably not take that much time. We'll just create the session for only half an hour, and I can join 15 minutes before. Let's save the session. Now this particular session is in progress because it started already at 3:08 p.m. Now rest of the sessions are not started because they will be starting at 3:30 p.m. in the respective dates. So as you can see, the test session is highlighted. Now the session which is already in progress, you can join in. So you can just click that, and on the right side you will see the join session. So click the join session. Once I am inside the session, then I can have choice to share my audio and video files. Now let's click in audio file, audio device. So now it is recording my voice. I'm not going to turn this one on because my webcam is already shared to another application where it is recording my video file, as you can see on the left side corner. So I'm not going to turn it on, but you can also turn your video, that is a web camera, on to share the video with the students. Now let's go to this 3 dash lines on the left side. It's called open session menu. And as you are starting your class, this is basically kind of starting of your class. That means you join 15 minutes before, but you can start like 1 or 2 minutes before and start recording. Let's say start recording your session. Now everything on the screen is now recorded. That means everything students can see whatever you are doing. Now let's go to the right side corner. It's called open collaborate panel. If I click that, this whole panel will open up where you have 4 different menus. Left menu, this is called chat. So you can chat with everyone. You can say to the class, hi all, and students can also send messages to you. Students can raise their hand, and you can selectively ask them to send their questions. You can answer them, or in the chat room you can answer the questions to all of the students. Other than that, so you can take the attendance, how many students have joined. As we can see how many have joined, but you are as we are not taking the attendance, that's why we are recording this session, such that students can go to the session, and from the recording they can download. Now let's go to the share content. That is the most important part. Right now we are not sharing any applications, and we are also not sharing any video. So you see the welcome window right now. Let's go to the share window. Here we have several of the options. This particular part we are going to talk about later, not in this video, but let's talk about these 3 particularly: primary contents. We can share the file, we can share a PPT file or a PDF file. So let's add the file which I planning to deliver the lecture on this particular topic next week. So let's say I want to add this lecture 9 polynomial regression, and it is now getting converted, and this particular file will be popping up very soon, which I can share. Now it is not necessary that you can only share one application at a time. You can share multiple applications and switch and back and forth. That's what I'm going to talk about. Let's go to this PDF file that I can start my class with. If I click and say share now, then this is already up, and if I click one PPT file at a time, it will pop up in the main screen. So these are kind of these are my primary file that has the content which I can discuss, but I would prefer not in this particular class, but some other classes also I will prefer writing on the board directly and explaining something. So in order to do that, I can do a stop sharing button. So if I stop share, then this window will come back to this one, and if I say the share, click it here and share now, it will reappear and I can share it again. So we can back and forth go, switch back and forth. Now let's go to the share files. Instead of sharing the PDF file, I want to share the whiteboard where I would like to write. Now here we could write our topic. So now with the mouse I'm trying to write, but this is very hard. Now I'm going to use the pen, and as I said, this is the tablet that you need to write on, and this is also can be recognized by your computer through an USB drive. Once I try to write this one, I found that is much difficult to write on this particular whiteboard because it does not have much application, as you can see here, and you need a lot of time to calibrate and practice. So the point of this particular video is that this tablet and writing directly digitally on the board is a bit difficult and it needs a lot of practice. So to avoid that, there is another possibility here in this second button where we can share an application. Let's see, I would like to share a particular application. Is called Paint. It is available in Windows, which is a simple application. Now we'll go to the window here in this main Blackboard window. I will open the application beforehand, before the class started. Then I will share the application here and see this second button is called application window. If you click there, then what are the applications that are open in your computer will show up. Let's go to the Paint. This is the application that I'm sharing. Now as you can see on the screen, Paint application is open. In the Paint application, I can select my pen. Now right now I'm using mouse, so with the mouse it is very hard to write again, as everyone knows. But now with the pen and the tablet, we can also write here. As you can see, it is much easier to write. So let's write the function I'm actually planning to talk about little bit of Taylor series. So let's I can write it here, 1 factorial, and as I did some mistake, let's go to the eraser. Let's erase this part and then go back to here and df by dx plus x1. It is much easier to write and control. I'm trying to write it very fast, so some of the letters are getting distorted, but if you write slow enough, this is perfectly fine. So using this pen and tablet, you can directly write on the pen and you can draw pictures the way you want, any particular matrix if you want to write, and so on and so forth. So basically, the way you write on the Blackboard, you can use this whole Paint application as your Blackboard. Now this is one application that is available in Windows for free, but there is another advanced software I would like to talk about, and that particular software is called Krita. This is my desktop. As you can see, this is the software is called Krita, and if you go online, let's open the browser and type Krita. Krita digital painting software. You can go to Krita, get the Krita software. You can download from here. They will ask for donation. If you would like to donate, you can donate, but it is free software. You can download and install. Does not need anything else. Now as you can see in my screen, it is like a black window. I am not sharing anything. The reason is I was sharing the Paint, and which is now minimized. Now the moment I increase, like I click the Paint, it reappear again. So when I'm minimizing, my screen is black. So I can stop sharing my Paint and start sharing my file also, like this one. So you can switch back and forth between your applications. Now as I just downloaded Krita, now let's talk about the Krita software. open the Krita. It will take some time. Now here I can create a new file. Go to the custom documents. There are a lot of things. It is actually for the painters most of the times, but this is very useful for online teaching, I found. Custom documents, go to the content, you can select the size. Select A4 size, which is like regular A4 size paper. Use the 300 ppi. If you use 600 ppi, the processing will be slow, so use the 300 ppi. Use the landscape mode or portrait mode, it's up to you. And in the content, go to the background color. I would prefer white, so you have lots of background color of the Blackboard. You can create black, and you can write with white color, like Blackboard and chalk. Now let's create this document. So it will pop up with a white window. Now I will switch to this pen and my tablet, where I can use any of these particular features. Writing with this one, like I selected my pen. Now I can select my pen thickness, which is a little bit like this here. So I am, let's say, trying to talk about vector multiplication. Let's say a dot b, I'm going to write here. Let's say this is ai bi, which is equal to a1 b1 plus a2 b2, and as you can see, I'm writing very fast. With just like I write on the board, and it comes up pretty nicely, and there is no problem in the delay. Again, let's say if you want to type the matrix, you can type very nicely 1 3. The way you write on the board, it is exactly same. There is no point. Let's say if you have mistakenly written something somewhere else, and let's say I want to change this one, your cursor is actually perfectly goes there, and you can change any number or anything you want. However, in the Blackboard, the whiteboard that is available in the Blackboard, which is not that not well equipped to do this kind of functionality, so it is not that easy to write. So I'm still practicing myself also in this one, and I found this is the best software ever, that we can use it for online teaching. Now as you are writing something which is just like normal functions, normal differential equations, let's say I want to write the differential equations here, that is also I can write, and so on and so forth. I want to draw something. Let's say let's go draw a circle. I want to demonstrate some of the features of this one, so I can draw the circle, and I can go here, I can select a line, straight line, I can put them here. The way I would like to explain any particular subject, any particular topic, I can draw the diagram, and these are very easy to do using maneuvering this cursor, and just perfectly writing exactly in the location of the tablet is very easy, and you do not need any prior calibration. Lot of functionalities are there. This video is not to talk about what are the Krita can do. You can select lot of the colors, like if I want to draw with this color, you can using this color. Now I have to change the pen again because I was using the so I select the pen here, and this is like a paintbrush. I can use the paintbrush, but it is selected here, so let's deselect paintbrush. Now I can use whatever I draw. I can use it very frequently. So basically it's like a direct writing on the screen. So this is very easy to do using this particular software. Now there is another possibility, another software I would like to talk about, which is called Paint 3D. Let's I do not want this software anymore to be on, so let's say quit. So I don't want to save it. So my screen is gone. As you can see in my Blackboard also right now, it is this one is shared. Now I have not shared the Krita in the Blackboard, so let's go open this Krita again. I mistakenly did not share it, so let's stop sharing. Go to the file, share application, application window. Now it is showing the Krita. So I just select the Krita. Let's select it. So now everything on the screen that is coming up from the Krita, as you can see, I selected the exactly in the same way, A350 landscape mode, create. Now this particular screen, whatever you want to draw, want to write, this is very easy to do using the tablets and pen. Let's go to the window here. Now if you want to, whatever you have explained, now you want to change to your PDF file, and you can go share now, stop sharing, go back here, and you can go to the PDF file. Next, other than sharing these two applications, I'm going to talk about another applications which is called Paint 3D. Now Paint 3D is a free software. Let me open the Paint 3D. Paint 3D software. Now let's share from my Blackboard window, stop sharing my PDF file and start sharing an application. So let's go to the application window. Now this is the application I was sharing. Now let's share the Paint 3D. Here, those who are interested in teaching very interactive way, like some of the 3D features, let's say go to the 3D view, we can draw some 3D shapes. Like I want to demonstrate the application of stresses on a 3-dimensional body. Like I can draw a 3D cube, and not only that, I can draw a sphere, maybe somewhere here. Also you can change your view to the normal view. This is a sphere that I have drawn. I want to demonstrate something from here. Now I can also draw a pipe, maybe a cell structures. I can rotate this here. I can show that this is a cell structure. If I want to demonstrate some features of a pipeline, fluid flow, and something like that, and write down the equations, that is also possible to do. And I can also draw some paths, doodles, something like that. The features that very interesting to demonstrate. Now I can change these colors also. If you want to do this in a square, I can do that change, and also I can make it in a different color. Okay, and so on and so forth. Now these are the structures I can draw, I can explain. I'm just arbitrarily drawing the structures, but don't mind these arbitrary shapes. But what the target is to show this particular feature is called mixed reality. So mixed reality will show you that same structures in very interesting way, that you can show to the students in a 3D view of these structures, and how like say most of the times in the board when we are showing the sigma xx, sigma yy, sigma zz, then students have very difficulty in understanding that sigma xx is also coming from this surface on the other directions, and so on and so forth. So these pipelines in a 3D shape, or as you can see, the pressure can be inside the cylindrical structures, which is creating pressure on the surface. I'm just giving some arbitrary examples. Of course, it depends on your subject of teaching, but these are some flexibility that we can do here. And let's say you want to have some kind of a meshing, want to demonstrate some kind of a meshing of the structure. So if you want to teach finite elements, and these are some triangular elements, how it is created, and these are some different views of these structures in a different ways you can create. These are a lot of flexibilities that Paint 3D can give you, and this is a purely free software, and you can use it for effective teaching online. Those who are usually used by the PPT files and in the PDF files, where you cannot, in the real time, you cannot demonstrate. So this will help you to use the softwares effectively. So as I said, three softwares primarily that you could use. One is the Paint, one is the Krita, and also the PPT and other files. So sharing the files, one using the PDF files or PPT files, and go to this particular share application window where you can use any particular applications. Like I use the Paint, and also I use the Krita, and also use the Paint 3D. So using these three free softwares, you can easily do the effective teaching. One more important thing, once you are done work with your Blackboard, you can go here and stop recording. Once you stop recording after the end of your class, you can leave the session. Once you leave the session, that means this session is done. They will ask for some feedback. Just not, we can cancel this window. Now let's go to this window here. This one is in progress, and 3:38 p.m. it will end. So we can change that time right now, or as we have finished early, this will be closed after 3:38 p.m. and the video will pop up somewhere here. If you go to this click button, and this is called recording. So if you go to the recording, there are several of these things are recorded that I recorded earlier as a test sessions, and this particular test sessions will come up very soon. This is not available right now, and that you can see how the video will work in your Blackboard sessions, Collaborate Ultra. Thank you very much. So this concludes our online teaching experience. Thank you for watching this video. I will come back with couple of other more videos to create the video files like the way I have done it here. You can share your screen, and also you can share your video on the left side or right side, anywhere you want. These are effective for YouTube video teaching. There are other tools available. I will come back with them later at a later point of time. And thank you for watching. If you have any question, please feel free to email me at banerjees@cec.sc.edu, and the email is written on the site. Thank you. Bye bye.